Okay, madam. Thank you. First of all, I would like to welcome.
Please start, sir.
This has been a great event, great innovative program commenced by the Commissionerate of Education, Higher Education, Jaipur, Rajasthan. GOVT planned a program, planned a platform to provide not only the subject matter, but also to involve the students to the education, to the studies. We know nowadays we have passed through the pandemic, we have passed through the lockdown period, and even now, till now, we are not in a position to unlock the institutions for the students to be there and have a classroom study. This is indeed, no doubt, a great program that will definitely provide, that will definitely enhance not only the knowledge of the students, but also provide academic assistance to the students who are remaining in their houses, in their homes. Thank you. Myself, Gurmeet Singh, Assistant Professor, Government Girls College, South Asia. Today, my topic is Prosody. Prosody means the rules of versification. A very tough, very difficult topic. Generally, it is not taught in the classes. Generally, it is not mentioned in the syllabus. But I thought that the students, the participants who are now there, even the resource persons also, we should think about this. Rules of versification. Now, first of all, what versification is? Versification means writing, composing a poem, a verse, a song, a lyric. And there are certain rules, there are certain regulations which are to be followed by the poets while composing poem or poetry. And that is considered prosody. That is called prosody. Now, what comes under this title? First of all, meter. Meter, generally it is mentioned, generally it is stated by the teachers. Pentameter, iambic pentameter, hexameter. But what actually meter is? I would like to explain this one. Meter is a measurement. Meter is a measure by which line of the poetry. Meter is a measure by which poetry. Now let me explain in a different way. Market. We are going to purchase cloth. Okay. We go there. How much cloth we require? We tell to the shopkeeper. That shopkeeper uses yard of measurement. Yard, जिसको हिंदी में गज कहते हैं. कितने गज कपड़ा चाहिए? Yard sub-units. In yard, there is a foot, and each foot is having inches. 1 yard, 2 feet, 6 inches. This is the length. This is we measure the length of the cloth. In the likewise manner, when we are going to measure the length of a line in poetry, when we are there to measure the of the line of the poetry, we use meters. Similarly, there are feet. Similarly, there are syllables, and they are stressed or unstressed. If we talk about yard, it can be compared with meters. Okay. If we talk about foot, measure a cloth. Foot is a particular length having inches. But whereas line is concerned, when we talk about foot, third, it is a phrase that is having syllables. Let me come to the word syllable. What syllable is? Syllable means it consists in the vowel sound in a word. There are so many words in a line. There can be. But the word that is having a vowel sound, that a foot. For example, I would like to give an example. Home. When we pronounce it, we don't say home. No, it is home. We are sound that is of the O. It means this foot, this word is having. Is that clear? Home means it is having one vowel sound. Now, I give you another example. Beautiful. B-E-A-U-L. Very simple. When we pronounce it, beautiful, there are 3 vowel sounds in this word. Letter E, A, U. Beautiful. This word is having 3 syllables. Up to now, what meter was, what foot was, and what syllable was. It was described. Now, we will talk about the classification or the type of foot, type of the meter rather. There are two distinctive ways to determine meter. When we talk about hexameter, when we talk about pentameter, tetrameter, trimeter, dimeter, and so on. Why this particular title, why this particular word is used there? It is based on how many feet are there in that particular line. Suppose there is a line in the poetry and there are 5 words, means 5 feet, which are having syllables, which are having vowel sounds. That is called pentameter. There is a line, suppose, that is having 4 words, 4 feet. Vowel sound, that is tetrameter. If there are 3, it is trimeter. If there are 2, it is diameter. If there is 1, it is monometer. So on. This is the first classification that is based on how much words, how much feet we are having in a line of poetry that is having vowel sound. Now there is second type of classification. Is based how much vowels are there in each foot. We all have heard, we all know, and much of the literature that is composed, that is based on iambic meters. On the basis of this particular classification, this particular reason, there are 4 types of meters. First one, iambic meters. Second one, trochaic meter. Third one, anapestic meter. And the fourth one is declitic meter. Once again, I would repeat, iambic meter, trochaic meter, anapestic meter, and declitic meter. What we learned, that foot is a word that is used in a line, and if it is having the vowel sound, it is considered as a foot. Now, let us talk about iambic meter. In iambic meter, each foot has 2 syllables. Means, whereas in each word or each phrase, there would be 2 vowel sounds. 5 words having 2 syllables, it is iambic pentameters. If there are 4 words or 4 feet having having the vowel sound, it is iambic tetrameter, and so on. Now, what is the characteristic feature of iambic meter? No doubt there are 2 vowels. There are 2 syllables. The first one is keep it in mind. The first vowel, the first sound, it is unstressed. It is unaccented. Sometimes short vowel. And the second one is accented one. The second one is stressed one. It is long in itself. When and this type of structure is there, it is considered as, it may be pentameter, hexameter, trimeter, diameter, whatsoever. It depends upon the number of feet. Now we come to the second type of meter that is based on, once again, of syllable in a foot. Second type is whereas trochaic is concerned, it does have two syllables, like that of iambic. In this also, the foot is having two syllables, but the position of the syllables, it is the one was accented. The first one was short one, whereas trochaic meter is concerned, the first one is accented. It is stressed to long one, and the second is unaccented. Two type of meters on the basis of number of syllables we discussed, and just titles are changed according to the position of the stressed and unstressed syllables. Now we come to the third type, that is also based on the number of syllables in a foot. Anapestic meter. It consists of three vowel sounds are there in a foot. Position is concerned, first two are unaccented. They are short one, they are unstressed. And the third one is accented one. It is accented, it is long, it is stressed. Much stress is given on that particular vowel sound. This is the number of syllables. Then we come. That is dactylic meter. Dactylic meter, like that of anapestic meter, it also has three syllables, but the position is changed. It is also reversed. It was there as it was there in. It is again changed. There are three syllables. First one, it is accented. It is long. It is stressed. The stress is given on the first vowel sound. And the rest two, they are unaccented. They are short. We are having two types of classifications of meter. First, on the basis of number of feet in a line, and then in a foot. Whereas these four types are concerned, number of feet in each line may vary, no doubt. Is there, no fixed rule, regulation is there. Where it is iambic meter, where is it trochaic meter? It would be trimeter, it would be tetrameter, it would be hexameter, it would be pentameter, septameter, octameter. But the position and number of syllables, it would definitely vary according to the types, whether iambic is, whether trochanter is, whether anaspectic meter is, or the decline is. This was all about the basic structure, the basic form, how to denote, how to measure the line or the rhythm of a line in poetry. There are a number of other headings, there are a number of other topics which can be discussed and which are to be discussed, whereas prosody is concerned, whereas rules of versification is concerned. Now, I would like to talk about, there are some of the headings, some of the terms considered as terms. We all have heard verse library, free verse. We all have heard about blank verse. Now, how to classify, how to define, how to identify blank verse? Whereas blank verse is concerned, I would like to say that rhyme is not essential to poetry. It is not essential every time that the music, that the rhythm, that the rhyme should be there. As a matter of fact, what happened? There is a large body of English poetry which is without rhyme. Talking about blank verse, verse, you know, it is a poem, it is a composition, but it is blank. What I said, that rhyme is not essential always, whereas poetry is concerned. As a result, as a matter of fact, what happened? That a large body of English poetry or English literature that is without rhyme. Whereas the principal form of blank verse is concerned, something, some lines, some compositions, they are written in blank verse. How will we identify that it is in blank verse? The principal form of unrhymed verse in iambic, that is blank verse. Lines are written, they are in iambic meter. It can be pentameter, can be tetrameters, whatsoever. But that blank verse is written in iambic meter means each foot must be having 2 syllables or 2 vowel sounds. It's blank. It is blank because it is devoid of rhyme. It is without rhyme. It is without music. I would like to explain, if I would like to define it. Blank verse is pentameter without rhyme. What blank verse is? It is simply iambic pentameter, but without music, without rhyme. It is iambic means every foot must be having 2 syllables. Pentameter, every line must be having 5 feet. But no music is there. No rhythm is there. No rhyme is there. Whereas dramatists are concerned, used by the dramatists like Marlowe and William Shakespeare. The dramas of Marlowe and that of the William Shakespeare, this meter, this style, it is used by the dramatists first. Whereas the poets are concerned, as far as poetry is concerned, John Milton was the first to use blank verse for his immortal epic Paradise. Analyze it. Paradise Lost is written in blank verse. It is having iambic pentameter, without rhythm, without rhyme. Now we come to free verse. Whereas modern is concerned, in modern age, we have enough such things, such as free verse, in which what happens? In which versification becomes so loose, it becomes so flexible that it becomes very hard to distinguish whether it is prose or whether it is poetry. The poet is free. How to write? Accordingly, what he imagines and what he follows. Verse, in free verse, the composition or the making of the composition, it becomes so flexible that it becomes very difficult to distinguish whether it is prose or it is poetry. And in modern poetry, whereas modern poetry is concerned, it is characterized by this particular feature. Modern English poetry is characterized by great there is irregularity, whereas the metrical structure is concerned. And it is the use of free verse or it is the use of verse. So, whereas actually is concerned, I am having a number of things to be discussed with you, but I will have to sum up. I will have to wind up. First of all, meter. It is a measurement by which we measure the rhythm of a line. Then foot, it is a word that is having syllables. Then the syllable that is having a vowel sound. Then the classification or the types of meter. If a line is having 2 feet, it is diameter. If that is having 5 feet, it is pentameter. And suppose when we talk about the number of syllables in a foot, then iambic, it is having 2 syllables. First one unaccented, second one accented one. Then we are having trochaic meter, just reversed. Accented one, second one unaccented one. Then we are having anaspect meter. 3 syllables are there. First 2 are unaccented, and the third is accented one. And when to the fourth type, it is dactylic meter. Again, there are 3 syllables in a foot, and first one is accented, and rest 2 are unstressed short. This is all about. I would like to thank the Commissionerate for such an innovation, to thank the coordinator of Gyan program, whereas English subject is concerned. I would like to. Hello. And I would also like to thank